What's up, fam? Thanks for tuning in once again, or for the very first time. I'm Jasper the Filmy. I want to talk with you guys today on how you can create an affordable podcast system only using 3 things. Well, I guess 4 things if you include the computer. And this setup is actually going to be set up around the ZingYou BM800 microphone. And I actually made another video based off of this same microphone, which is going to be a second option for you if you believe this is a little bit more than what you're willing to spend. So without further ado, let's get into it. So as I stated earlier, you're going to need the ZingYou BM800 microphone. The second thing you're going to need is a Synco 4-channel mixer, which also has 48 volts phantom power. And the third thing you're going to need would be a pair of studio headphones or a pair of studio monitors. Now in this case, I'm actually using the MAONO studio headphones. And I like these for a lot of reasons, but one of the main reasons why I recommend it is because it has a tethering capability. So if you are going to do like a 2 microphone setup in the future, this gives you room for advancement because you could plug in an auxiliary cable into the bottom of one of the earpieces so that it can go into another pair of headphones, whether it's 2 of these or another set of these. And just to FYI to you, all of this stuff is actually in the link of the description of this video. So another advantage of using this setup is that it really is simple to put together. The mixer plugs into the computer with the standard USB to micro USB cable, the same thing you would use for an Android phone. It plugs right into the back of it. And if you're plugging it directly into the computer, you don't even have to hit that power button to the right of it. You can just plug it in and then that's it. And on the top of the mixer, you're going to see the 2 letters PC, which indicates that it's plugged into a computer. Now, just because it says PC on the top does not mean it won't work for Macs, because I use a MacBook. And all you need if you're using one of the newer MacBooks is that adapter that allows you to plug USB-C into 3.0 USB so that you can plug the mixer into it. So I mentioned this in the last video, I'm going to mention it again in this video. There's obviously 2 types of podcasters. One podcaster is big about using a DAW so they can edit their audio. Then the second podcaster is probably going to be someone that likes to live stream and use it for video. Whatever you may be, you can use this for both situations. If you're wanting to use the mixer for a DAW, all you really have to do is just go into your computer. In this case, like I said, I use a MacBook, and open up your DAW. In this case, I'm going to use GarageBand and go into the settings, and the settings will show the setup as you see right here, where the input is going to be either as system needed, but what I just do out of safety is the MacBook microphone. Now don't worry, it's not going to pick up the MacBook microphone. It is going to pick up the mixer because it's plugged into it. And then on the output, you want to use external headphones, because if you don't use external headphones, then it's going to come out the speakers, and then that's going to give you feedback. And then in that case, you're going to plug your headphones into the headphone jack of your computer, because if you plug it into the mixer, you're not going to actually be able to hear the adjustments that you're using in the DAW when you're doing the editing. If you're wanting to be technical, that's the best way to do it, plugging it directly into the computer for that case. And then you just record it after you do the settings. It's pretty simple. And this is what you would do when you're recording it. And when you're recording it, obviously, it's going to be coming from the mixer into the computer. But at the same time, you've got to make sure that you have your headphones inside of the headphone jack of your computer if you want to hear it coming straight from your DAW. Now, if you want to do the other situation where you're that live stream video podcaster, then that's when you unplug the headphones from your computer, plug it directly into the mixing board so that you can adjust the low cut, the mids, and the high frequency and gain directly on the mixer. So when you go into your live streaming platform, it will pick it up. Now I'm just going to open up Zoom so that you can see what it will look like in Zoom. Now if you're going to use this for Zoom, first thing you want to make sure is that your preference is correct. So if you go into system preferences, you want to also make sure that it's picking up the MacBook microphone just like before. And when you're talking into it, you're going to see that it's picking up your microphone. As soon as you speak into it, you'll see the audio levels increase. Now in this settings, you want to set your preferences to do like how you did in the DAW. Set it for the MacBook microphone. It still will pick up your microphone plugged into the mixer. And then on the output, you'll have it set for the MacBook speakers, because you have your headphones plugged into the mixer itself so you can hear what your audio is going to be. And then the final thing you want to make sure you have complete is going into the advanced settings and setting so that the audio will be changed once you open up the Zoom call itself. So when you go into your Zoom call, on the top left-hand corner, you'll see where you could turn off or turn on the original audio. What you want to see is turn on the original audio. So when you click turn on the original audio is on. And then at that point, the person that's on the other end of that Zoom call or on the other end of that stream is hearing pretty much the audio that you've mixed directly into your computer from the mixer. Now, I actually am working on an overview video for the Synco mixer, and if you would like to see that video once it's up, you can click on it right here. It will take you straight to that video so you can see an entire overview of how the Synco mixer performs. And of course, if you would like to see me live in one of the podcasts that I co-host, you could actually click on it right here. That is a show that I do with the legendary Doc Freeman, who is a producer and beat maker that also gives good audio tips and does mixing on Thursday nights. The Late Night Inspiration is pretty cool to check it out. I hope you liked this video. If you did like it, I encourage you to just hit that like button and please subscribe, because there's some great stuff that's coming and I want you to be a part of it.